Yo, what's going on? Free game all day, man. You know what it is, man. Like, subscribe my channel, man. Hit that like button, man. Yo, you see I got my gear on, man. Hey, the playoffs start today. You know, I'm all for it. Niners all day. Straight up. We gonna take this motherfucker. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to my fellas real quick. This is something I had to learn myself. So I'm telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? When I'm talking about this. And I'm talking to the fellas, so this ain't for the women. You know what I'm saying? So if a woman listening to this, don't take this at all. This is straight for the fellas. Listen, one of the biggest mistakes a guy can make in overall when you're dealing with somebody is that we're visual creatures, so we always gonna go off how a person look. And sometimes we can see a girl in a club, but we can see a woman out somewhere and just be like, she's so pretty, she's so beautiful, this is exactly what I want. She's exactly my type. This is who I want. And we can feel like that. But one of our biggest mistakes is that we give these women too much credit. And you know, one of my homeboys had to kind of bring that to my attention, like, man, yo, bro, like, man, you give these bras too much credit. And so I had to think about it, and, you know, and it makes sense. I got partners, man. Well, I know niggas who I'm cool with, and they married. And I've seen women who they didn't dealt with in the past. Beautiful women, period. Did they marry the most beautiful woman I ever seen them deal with? No. You know why? Because these women treat them right. These women handle them right. These women respect them. So at the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with having somebody on your shoulder. And believe and trust me, these women know that they look good. And they know that, you know, if a man wants them for them or wants them for how they look, they have a good idea on how they feel about how these women have a good idea of what these guys really want. And a lot of times how guys is, they'll deal with the woman, you know, and like I said, they like the, you know, physical, you know, how they are, and then they'll get to know them for who they are after a while, and you know, it go from there. But at the same time, though, I'm telling you, guys will get caught up in how they look, and I have done it. I've done it more than once, and I know. Like in my past, when I do it, you get so caught up and you be so infatuated, and you be caught up with the sex, you know, you be caught up in how they are, you know, they got a nice ass, or you like their hips, or you know, you like, you know, they frame, you know, they got a pretty smile, you like everything about them. And you just be so caught up in like dealing with them, like, man, like she my type. But these women, that's where it stops. A lot of them, that's exactly where it stops. It stops right there. These women don't have no character. They have no empathy. They have no sense of sensible judgment. Not respectful at all. Extra as fuck. Like, it's so much shit that be wrong with them. And they really be riding horrible people on the inside. They really do. Immature as fuck. All this shit. And you know, but they're beautiful women. So, you know, those are not that's not the kind of woman you want to end up with in life. You're gonna have a lot of problems. You're gonna have a lot of heartache. It's gonna be a lot of issues. I can remember, and I've seen guys over years who have, you know, when I grown up, and they have some beautiful girlfriends, beautiful wives. They look good. And it's like, damn, like, you know, you sit back and you think about it, but damn, why ain't you with her no more? Cause this woman getting them goddamn hell in hot water. That woman was a whole problem. Everything goddamn wrong with her. And this is a part where a lot of women don't understand. They don't get that part. They think because they look good, that should compensate for every fucking thing they do. No, it really don't. And then what end up happening is when they feel like it's a guy who they just want them, you know, for that one reason, and they don't want them for nothing else, then it's like they kind of they take advantage of that. Cause they know, he don't care what I do. He don't care, like, and when I mean he don't care what I do is like, oh, he just, he caught up with the looks. And that's really true. I'm telling you, man. The older you get, the more wiser, the more experience you get in life, you realize that having the most beautiful, the most prettiest woman, the baddest woman on your shoulder don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. Cause if you can't be happy with a woman like that, then what's the whole point? It's all good to probably date them and fuck them. Want to fuck them and go on a little run, spend a little money with them and do that shit. But they're a whole nutcase, a whole problem. And you do not want to go through that the rest of your life. That woman gonna drive you fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? She gonna drive you crazy. Now, I ain't gonna say all women are like that. Not at all. Most modern women are like that. But there is some women who has started off might not been as attractive. And the older they got, and the more money they made better money. And they was able to do things for themselves to look better. So, but you do want a woman who really respects you and really treats you as an equal and, really be there for you in your time of need, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of that shit. That's the most important part. There's nothing worse than being in a relationship with somebody who's making you miserable. That's one of the worst things you can ever do. I would never advise anybody to do that. And you could be miserable and you can keep on telling yourself that you're not, but the only way that you're going to be able to understand and realize that you wasn't miserable until you out of that situation, then you're actually happy again. And then you realize, damn, you know what? I was miserable as hell. You know what I'm saying? Damn, it was fucked up. I can honestly say that coming out of some shit like that, and you're on the other side of it, and you realize, and you waking up, and your anxiety is not high, and you're feeling better, you're feeling good about yourself, and it's so much stuff. And at the end of the day, you have to do nothing but as God to be able to deliver you out of something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a person can really, really fuck with you. And I'm telling you, being with a person because of how they look can put so much extra stress on you. You know what I'm saying? If that person is not treating you right. So looks are not everything. Now, don't get me wrong now. I ain't sitting back saying go deal with a booger wolf. Go deal with goddamn somebody who's down for 3 or 4. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that. But if you know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about them super dimes. I'm talking about somebody who's just extremely attractive. All I'm saying is you can meet somebody who's attractive and nice, and they might have a good heart, and they might be nice with you. But at the same time, it's all about how they treat you. And if they treat you good, they treat you nice. I mean, seriously, they really do, and they really treat you like they're a nice person. I'm telling you, man, that matters more than anything in the world. Because guess what? There is something they're gonna develop, and something they're gonna show you, and it's gonna be unconditional love. It's not gonna be love with conditions. It's gonna be unconditional love, and that's a big difference versus like you're dealing with somebody, and if this situation not like this, they're not dealing with you no more. So hopefully, you guys can take something from this. You know what I'm saying? And if you out there you out here today, man, you're dealing with women out here, man, fellas, remember, man, you choose somebody you want to be with like that, make sure, if you want to take them seriously like that, make sure they have a good heart. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they're actually dealing with you for you, and they actually like you for you. All right? Free game all day. Y'all be easy.